As you guys are coming in, one, you should be getting a raffle ticket because it is Earth Month. We'll be giving something away that goes along with that. And then you should have a seat at one of the tables. And I know we're going to have people who keep coming in. So if you kind of come in and take tables towards the front, that helps us. Just so. Yeah, come in. But each table is its own thing this time. So, I know I've got all the people who are like, I sit in the back of the classroom. And I'm like, I need to be in the front row. I need to pay attention. Each table will be working as a group, so you can come in and have a seat. So, Calvin. Serafina, we were missing you.
Chelsea, you want to do an announcement slash question before we start? If anyone speaks Spanish, we're ready to have a Spanish-speaking table.
I can
But
tell
I don't
you.
think.
We have a few more people trickling in, and then we'll get started. Do you have? Do we have agendas out? Maybe we'll take them out. I know we don't have tables like we have full tables. Maybe pass out agendas, and then we can send out yeah. As you guys are coming in, I'm going to have you come to the front table, so as people come in a tad bit late, it's easier to fill in. Dun da da. Come on in. Okay. Oh, yeah. I can move here. And then, okay. Thank you. Good idea. As you guys come in, remember, grab a raffle ticket and then move towards the front so as people come in late, we'll be okay. And Serafina is passing out our agenda. So make sure, if you guys didn't get one, just let her know because that is coming. For Sandag, who is your first person who'll be talking so I know? You'll be you? Okay. All right, come on. Come on over here, and we're going to start introductions. Steve will have a seat. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys to stop your conversations now so that we can get the meeting started, because we actually have a lot that we're going over today. As people come in, just kind of help direct them to the seats that are towards the back. And we'll start as we normally do with IPS, so one moment.
All right, everyone. As you come in, welcome to the Revitalize Broadway monthly coalition meeting. I'm Serafina Eberhardt. I'm with the Institute for Public Strategies. We're a county contracted public health organization who is funded to do substance misuse prevention work in specific regions, one being East. And the way we do it is by organizing community members such as yourself and providing them the technical assistance and resources to revitalize your neighborhood, which leads to a safer, healthier community. And I just want to say, if we could take a moment to recognize and applaud yourself, look at all that you've accomplished. We have Sandag here. We had Caltrans last week. I saw the notes from the meeting last night, the goal-setting meeting, and I saw Broadway up there a lot. So I would just pat yourself on the back. This is incredible, and you guys are doing a lot of amazing work for your own community. And I joked with the co-chairs last night. Every time I work with you guys, it's like inside my head, I'm like, I'm going to end up in Lemon Grove. My next place when I get out of my apartment is, I know I'm going to end up in Lemon Grove, so we'll see. But you guys are amazing. I want to introduce our co-chairs. We have Chelsea. We have Manola. We have Jack doing our TA in the back. Give it up for Jack. And we have Stanley. He's not here tonight. John is our Stanley tonight. You're going to do another great business update for us later. And then Jules has stepped down as co-chair, so I just want to also take a second to recognize Jules for stepping up again as a co-chair. She's incredible. She's made a lot of great connections and strides for the coalition in her time with us. And so she'll be around as she's available, but I just want to recognize Jules as well. And then, yes. And then just for any newcomers, we have I know that there was a sign-in sheet for Sandag at the entrance, but there's one circulating for Revitalize Broadway. So if you're not already on the email list and receiving like the agendas, the updates, etc., please sign in and put your email. Emails will be coming from myself. And if you want to stay after a little bit and talk and get to know your co-chairs or myself more, please feel free to. And I'm going to pass it over to Chelsea.
Hi there, everyone. So in a little while after we get down to business, you'll all be rewarded. Our highlight business of this month is elevated coffee and confections. So after our workshop, I will pass out some cookies for everybody to try. So that's one of your rewards for coming, so thank you so much. We also very kindly had a donation from the Lemon Grove Bistro of some fig jam. So we will be giving these to our facilitators this evening for the workshop, and then we will be raffling off some as well. So everybody here should have a raffle ticket, and we will be doing not just the fig jam, but a few other items. So we're excited to celebrate Earth Month with everyone, and we hope to see you guys at the Arbor Day event at Tregonza Heritage Park at 10 a.m. on this Saturday, the 18th. And if you missed that one because you have something else you have to do, Busy Bee Garden Co-op is involved with a ribbon cutting ceremony at Vista La Mesa Church for the new pollinator Pollinator Pocket Park there at from 3 to 6 p.m. And there we do have nature talks as well that are all free to the public. So we would like to take a moment to thank Sandag for bringing this to the community. It's always important for the community to have a say in what goes on here. So we appreciate everybody that has shown up tonight, and I am going to hand it over to Santiago.
Okay, ready. Let me see if this works first. It does work. Perfect. So my name is Santiago Bustamante. I'm a regional planner for Sandag. I'm really happy to be here. Today specifically, we'll be talking about the Reconnecting Communities study. But before we go into the study, I'd like to introduce Sandag. So what is Sandag? Sandag stands for San Diego Association of Government. I'll go over what we do real quick. So we're the regional transportation planning agency that works for you. Basically what happens is you pay taxes, then the federal or the state government sends some of that funding back to the region through us, and with that we plan our transportation system, build transportation projects, and we preserve our natural resources just to make sure that our work supports a safe and healthy environment. Lastly, we also provide resources directly to our communities, like our free youth transit passes or funding to local cities to fix potholes or to build more housing, and much more. Perfect. So to start with the study, I'll go over the agenda real quick. This is the welcome. I'll do a quick project overview. So the work that has been done on the back end, this project has been going on for a little over a year now. So I'll talk a bit about what we've done, how we got here. We'll talk about the project goals and the benefits. And then we have a few activities planned. That's going to be the bigger part of this meeting today. Excited to get to that. And then we'll get to what's next for this study. Perfect. So for the project context, and just to give a little bit more of a broader look, so when transportation is at its best, it's a uniter. It connects people with convenience and safe access to jobs, family, and services. When transportation is at its worst, it can act as a barrier. It can divide communities and cut off access to opportunities, right? So knowing this, we know that where we plan and we build transportation infrastructure impacts our communities. When we look back in history, the construction of transportation infrastructure, like highways, has harmed existing communities by displacing residents and local businesses, and by physically dividing what were once connected neighborhoods. Today, Reconnecting Communities, what is the name of the study, is more of an urban planning concept and an effort to restore those connections that were lost when that transportation infrastructure was built. So Sandag applied for a Caltrans planning grant in order to identify and strategize on possible reconnecting communities projects for the whole region. So this is a region-wide effort. The overall goal of the study, as you can see on the screen, is to identify project opportunities and strategies that will reconnect communities that were divided by harmful transportation infrastructure. This is a planning study, but we do hope that the study can be leveraged to pursue additional funding opportunities in the future. Moving forward to the project goals and benefits, which you can see on the screen. The project goals are to reconnect communities, as I've said before, reduce mobility barriers, so make sure that we're proposing things and solutions that improve mobility in the neighborhoods that we're targeting, to enhance connections to the key destinations. We want to make sure that you can get to them. And the benefits, the benefits are to reduce safety concerns and traffic conflicts. We want to make sure that we create safer and more comfortable connections and improve economic opportunities and reconnect people to key community destinations. So this is a region-wide study, as I said. We wanted to understand how communities near highways and railways around the regions were impacted the most. We completed an analysis to determine which are the focus areas that we want to focus on. We ended up with 7 focus areas within the San Diego County, and we used different measures to help us determine where are the areas that we're going to focus in. What you see on the screen right now, I'm not going to go into detail with it, but these are some of the measures that we use to determine what are the focus areas that we're going to be focusing on. Perfect. So the map over here to the right, I don't think you can see it. We would have to zoom in. But these are our 7 focus areas. Today, obviously, we're going to be focusing on the Lemon Grove and La Mesa area. Um, but yeah, these are the 7 focus areas that came out of that study. Perfect. Okay, so today we'll have 2 activities. I'll go over the first activity first. We'll then go into the activity, which is going to take around 15 to 20 minutes. Then we'll come back. Precious, who's with us, CRA, is going to help explain the second activity. We'll have another 15 to 20 minutes to go over that activity. But yeah, so I'll take some time to explain activity number 1. If I miss something, we're going to have facilitators at each of the tables that are here right now. I'm going to ask the facilitators at each of the table to please raise your hand so you can be identified. I'm going to be a facilitator on this one to the left. Basically, the facilitator is in charge of leading the conversation, making sure that you get your input in, that we understand how you feel when you traverse through the community, whether it's biking, walking, or whatever your mode of transportation is. I'll go into the first activity. So for the first activity, we want to understand your experiences and challenges at each work area and generally get a sense of current challenges in relation to how you interact with what we're calling the barrier. In this case, for this community, it's going to be the State Route 94, including the ramps, intersections, and crossings. I'll go into what the activity is, which is what you have on the tables right now. We're going to have some questions. The first one is, which locations do you feel like need more lighting, street trees, or other enhancements? And you'll get a chance to interact with the map boards, kind of talk about the areas that you feel that we should be prioritizing. We have the barrier in blue with the 94 icon for the freeway. And the work areas are going to be the circles with the numbers you see on your table. So 1, 2, 3, 4 identified. So this first question includes placemaking enhancements to understand what areas need more improvements to you or your family to make you feel more comfortable while you're in there. The second question would be, which locations do you feel are more challenging to cross on bike or on foot? This question, or what you see as kind of like a prompt with the blue sticker, is focusing more on the high conflict areas and where you feel it's more challenging to walk or traverse from one side of the highway to the other, or just challenging, conflicting overall, right? And the third one is to place a star where you like to see improvements made first. That's pretty self-explanatory. So it's what area is the area that you think we should be focusing more on. So with that, I'll pass it over to the facilitators at each table. We also wanted to have note takers. We kind of have note takers identified at each table, but there might be some that don't have a table. So I'll ask the note takers to raise their hands to see which ones we have. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to be missing a note taker over here in the middle. And perfect. So we're set. We can go into the first activity.
Hello? Okay, I want to make sure, thank you, Dave, for having a seat. And Manola, are you going to participate in, or are you going to? Okay. Yeah, I was going to say Serafina can be a runner, and we were bringing Jack out. So yeah, let's make sure we have that. And I'm going to, yeah, we have one more seat over here. If you have any questions that you ask out loud, remember nobody can hear it online unless we use the mic.
2 minute warning, you guys. 2 minutes. All right, 30 seconds to wrap it up. Think of your final thoughts, final comments, and then we'll wrap up the first activity. All right, if you guys could wrap up your conversations for activity 1, and we can continue. I hate to break you guys away from your good conversation.
Get your stars down. Get your stars on. Stars on thars, if anybody knows Dr. Seuss. Okay, Santiago, are you leading in the next part? Okay.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for your active participation in the first activity. We're going to go to the second activity, and we already kind of started doing this in the first activity, which is identifying some solutions that you would like to see in your community at these work areas along SR 94. And so what we're going to do is review some of the solutions that are potentially could address the barrier. And then at your groups, you're going to kind of say, yes, I want to see more of this in my community. I would like to see this type of improvement at this location. And so the facilitators at your table have some green dots and some numbered stickers for that. And so I'm going to go through the solutions, and you'll see on your table underneath the map, there's a collage of photos of what these improvements could look like, so that you could be able to have a sense of what these terminology means. And so there's actually quite a few potential solutions that have been identified through this work. And we want to hear from you what you would like to see in your community. So the first question is to place a green dot at the type of solution that you would like to see more of in your community. And then the second question is place a numbered sticker at where you would like to apply this solution. So we're kind of bridging the map plus the type of solutions. So for the solutions, you'll see that we have some intersection and crossing improvements. What that basically means is currently there's some underpasses underneath SR 94. What would make that experience a little bit better? What type of enhancements would that be to make that underpass a little bit more friendly for people biking, walking, or even drivers? We have some, maybe we would like to see some bicycle and pedestrian crossing improvements. Maybe we would like to see some separation between traffic and rail in terms of like maybe we want to see a dedicated pedestrian bike bridge, or maybe we would like to see a new connection. We're also looking at some street improvements. So maybe there's some median improvements, because median improvements can help shorten the crosswalk for people and create a barrier if they're walking, so that they're not in conflict with traffic. Maybe we need more bike lanes. Maybe the sidewalk conditions aren't great. Maybe we need to make them more ADA accessible, or maybe they're missing. Maybe there's a speeding issue at these barrier locations, and we need to do something to address that speeding issue because it creates an unsafe environment. There's also some community improvement options, such as urban design, enhanced lighting, some art. So is there an existing underpass that currently just feels really not pleasant to walk underneath or bike underneath or drive underneath because, there's a lot of trash, or there's a lot of, it lacks character, it doesn't bring the community together. So what are some ways we can do that? And then looking at some infrastructure items and upgrades. So maybe we need to improve the signal timing because, it's backing up and causing a lot of congestion for people. Maybe the highway and ramp needs to be reconfigured because it's unsafe for people coming off the freeway and entering on the local street, and then vice versa. And so at your tables, take a look at the different types of solutions, put a green sticker where you would like to see this type of solution, and then put a numbered sticker where you would like to see that solution placed. And then again, this is a small group discussion, and we have about 15 minutes for this. So go on and discuss.
All right, this is a 5-minute warning. I'm giving you guys 5-minute warning. Two-minute warning. You guys have 2 minutes. All right, 30 seconds, you guys. If you can wrap up your final thoughts and the conversation. wrap up your final thoughts, you guys? That was 15 minutes. I hate to cut everyone off. All right, if you guys can wrap up at your tables and then look up here at the front, I'm going to hand it over to Santiago to wrap it up.
Okay, perfect. Everybody wrapping up. Hopefully we had some good discussions, conversation going around the barriers, what we think about how we traverse through the city. Perfect. So, first of all, I want to thank everybody for being so engaging, especially my table. Everybody was very participated. It was, yeah, yeah, it was great. Yeah. Yeah, we've been having some difficulties on the community events to get people to familiarize themselves with the satellite map and see how it really looks like on the ground level. But my table knew it perfectly. They remember the sidewalks, all the turns, all the directional signs. It was amazing. So yeah, thank you for being so engaging. So for next steps, as I've said before, we've been working on this study for quite some time now. But kicked up the final stages of the study a few months ago. We're going to be wrapping up outreach and engagement, which is what we're doing right now, in the next couple of weeks, and finalizing the solutions development through the end of May. And we're expecting to have a final report of this study by summer 2026. So be on the lookout for that. We have our fact sheets on the back with access to the website where we're expecting to publish it. We hope that everything that you shared today is considered and you can see it reflected in that report. Again, we appreciate you. I'll pass it over to Chelsea. Thank you so much.
And while you guys are cleaning up, please make sure, so all of our facilitators here, you should have a fig jam. You should have a jar of fig jam with you if you're a facilitator tonight. And this is compliments of the Lemon Grove Bistro, so we do appreciate them for giving this. We want to make sure you guys are aware of what we have. And then, yes, sign up. And then we will do that in a moment. I just wanted to, what do you guys need for cleanup? Are you guys hanging out or are you cleaning up? What are you doing? Okay. All right. Then also what I'm going to do while they're sitting here is I'm going to start passing around some of the cookies. So I'm going to start on each side, but this is from Elevated Coffee and Confections. And as you know, each month we are trying to do a sample from the different businesses. So we want to make sure that you guys get a chance to have that. So go ahead to this table. If you see a green one, it is pistachio. The other ones are the chocolate chip. You got those, Serafina? Thank you. If you noticed, our interim city manager, Tony Winnie, had come in here briefly. He was going to give us an update. He had a call for an emergency for one of his kids. We always excuse that, so he kindly asked if he could take a rain check, which is fine. What he was coming in to discuss was the upcoming workshops that will be going on in the city. So I'm going to, if it's okay, Madam Mayor, I'll pass it over to you to just give a quick explanation. So if we can just have attention here so you guys can understand the workshops that are coming up, because this is your involvement.
Thank you so much. We had a great turnout last night. We kind of kicked off budget and priority season. Last night was a goal setting, and so we highlighted some of the goals for our community. We had community input. We prioritized those goals. And then when you get the vision, now you need the money to create the vision, right? So the next step is putting our money where our dreams are. And so we're going into, so this next Tuesday, we'll have a city council meeting, and it's always important to come, share your thoughts and ideas. If you weren't able to attend the priority session, come with your ideas to that meeting. We'll still take notes during public comment. And then on May 4th, I believe, the next one after that, the next week after that, we're going to start our budget season. So as we get into the budget season, so May 4th is going to be the one where City Council is talking and really digging into the budget. So we're going to look at what's happened, where our finances are, what our anticipated income will be for the next fiscal year, and then also looking at inflation. How many of you are finding things more expensive than they were a hot minute ago? Real expensive. And so we're looking at that. So we're keeping our estimates realistic, trying to be conscientious and conservative as we're making those projections for the budget. So we really need to find out what the priorities are, because we're going to keep focused on the priorities and the top concerns. And we'll get to the other stuff later when more money comes in, but we're going to stay focused on that. So that's what's coming up. So it's super important for you to show up. If you wonder why, when you're driving down the city, why that street doesn't get fixed, or why we don't have more parades in town, or why we don't have the festival, or those kind of things, it's because you have to show up and demand that happens in your community. And I will guarantee you, we have a cool city council and great staff, and people who are really wanting change and for the better of this city. So come out, share your voice, and I'm looking forward to it. So thanks.
Thank you. And just so you know, their first workshop that you don't want to attend because it's on the next meeting that we have is on May 20th. But that is only one of several, and they'll do pop-up events as well. And my understanding is we'll have a lot more online. But don't just abandon us here for the other one. So I'm going to throw that out there. We're going to do a couple of raffles right now. So, and good, you can read. You've got glasses. Pull out your tickets, folks. And the reason we're doing this is because it is Earth Month, and I want to make sure that we all have that connection. I know almost everybody in the room knows the work that the Busy Bee Garden Co-op does, and thank you. And we're really trying to push that pollinator conservation in our community, and we are very proud to be the first pollinator pathway community in California. So here is our first number.
957-014.
Yes, so go ahead and give one of each. So we are giving you a reusable shopping bag because we know how important that is. We have no plastics in California anymore, and if we can avoid using paper bags as well, and that folds up so nice that it fits inside of your glove box so you never forget it. Here comes the next number.
957-024. Next one is 957029. Next one is 957026.
All right. Thank you. All right, we're doing the last one for these.
957015.
All right. Yes. So thank you all for doing your part for conservation. We appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to have you guys lower your conversations a bit. I'm sorry. I feel like a school teacher saying that, but we want to make sure we do everything go through what we need to tonight. So one of the other things that we're really excited to say, and I know for everybody who came to see our Clean California designation sign when we had it up there, it has been handed over to the city. Izzy and I went to talk about where that will go. A decision was made, and we are hoping that gets done soon. So he has given it to the sign installer. It does take just a couple of things before it goes up, and I've been asked to be notified so that we can celebrate when we see it up there. So where it will be going, and I know this is kind of hard for people sometimes. So when you come in off Lemon Grove Avenue from the freeway and it comes right along the trolley, there's a turn for Leicester Street, that little small street. It's like by Barry's and the Lemon Grove Cafe. So there's a median before and a median after the intersection. It'll go right after that intersection. So when you're coming in, you'll see it before we turn onto Broadway, and it's visible then from the trolley. And that is one of our first big designations. We're very proud of that one. We were one of the first 30 cities in California to get that designation. And yes, and that came, thank you guys. That came with a free sign. So we did not even have to put out the expenditure for that. It's a Caltrans sign. And when you were one of the first cities, for them, they had the first 100, but we were one of the first 30 cities. And that will also come during the summer. They'll be doing some more media exposure. So that will also come with free media exposure for us and everything that we were able to do. So, so thank you, everybody. For people who have been here through this whole time, when I was standing here going, we've got no money, we've got nothing, we need to go for low-hanging fruit. Thank you all for believing and hanging in there. Really made a difference. So, thank you. Thank you. I'm actually going to bring John up here for this one. John, come up here with me. On the business side, John and I both got to attend, actually the mayor as well, and Tony, who was only here briefly. We were able to sit down with the owner from the 99-cent store, Sprouts area, and I know that a lot of people kind of go, man, it's only something could happen. So we're very happy that he came to a table to sit with us. So it's the first start of conversations, but it was a huge and important one. So I'll let John talk a little bit more about that because he helped arrange that.
Wow, thanks, Chelsea. If it's okay, I just want to say that, and I want to keep it, and if you want to talk about it in specifics, come talk to me afterwards, if that's okay. What I will say is that there was a lot of imagination at that table. There was a lot of, we can do this. There was the opposite of what, and I want to make this clear, I don't think anybody in this room thinks it, but there is a perception problem about Lemon Grove. And I can tell you that that perception was changing in real time at that table with one of the largest landowners in Lemon Grove. So thank you, and thank Tony for showing up. So part of what the business group does is we go out. So this week I was at the chamber. I'm going to be at another chamber event. And I go and I tell everybody, you can't beat Lemon Grove. You grew up here, right? Can you beat Lemon Grove? Hell no. The reason I say that is because we have to change our mentality. And I'm not talking to anybody in this group. If you were here, your mentality is already where it needs to be. You understand the beauty of this community. You understand the strength in our diversity. You understand the ideas and the economic power that we can unleash if we just had the opportunity to do so. We are, and I'm going to tell you, I hear this from every single business leader in our community. We are ideally situated for the future that is coming. The future of driverless cars. The future of intermodal transportation. We have a train stop right here. We have industrial on this side. And we are going to be in between one of the largest lithium producing areas and the port of Ensenada. There is a chance for real growth on the economic front. We also know that there's going to be a change because of AI. We know that there's going to be people who are re-entering the workforce in ways that they haven't before. They're going to be looking to create and make jobs that have never existed before. And we have a forward thinking throughout, every single one of them. Council. We have to change the way we talk about ourselves. And I'm not talking to the people in here. I mean this. But it is so imperative for our future that we have people see us in a different way. So with that, I'm going to wrap this up and let you know that if you want to hear what he said, what Shapur said, he's a member of our business group. I promise you, I was not going to let him leave that table without joining our business group. And the gentleman who owns the 99 Cent City, we have a mixer on the 29th of April. It's going to be at Lemon Grove Coffee. Councilwoman Heredia is going to address. We're going to have somebody that the mayor arranged from the Economic Development Corporation who's going to address. It would be we are also going to have investment bankers, commercial investment bankers at that meeting. And all you got to do is show up, eat free food, be happy, and show them that you want to spend money. That's all I need you to do. And even if you don't want to spend the money, just pretend for a hot minute. I want to, real quick, it's going to be at 6 p.m. We need to have a discussion about how we brand the city. And it needs to be a community discussion. I want to give a big shout out to Michael and Robin Borelli. If you do not know who these folks are, you need to get to know who they are. If somebody would have told me that one of Michael's ideas, and I'll let y'all think on this, but we need to have that meeting, I'm hoping we can facilitate it with Revitalize. He said that we could be the arts district for East County. I was in an executive meeting. It's where they get executives together at the chamber and they go, what's your idea this week? And mine was like, well, what if I told you that Lemon Grove is going to be the arts district of East County? They all loved it. Now, I'm not saying that's what we do, but I'm saying that we have to start thinking that way. So please, come to the meeting, talk to me afterwards. Chelsea, eternally grateful.
Thank you. And as we're talking art, let's just go right into the other art things we should address. We are still waiting for a reply for the JFK mural, but that grant had been submitted, so we're just waiting for a reply on that. And we have a few more grants that are then available. So on our next meeting, I'm going to talk. MLK. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You guys have no idea how tired I am. MLK grant for a mural, and we already have the location. Reginald Washington on Project Aware has already volunteered his building, so that part's not a problem. It's just a matter of having the funds come in, and then we will roundtable designs and things like that. We'll find our artists together. That's something that I feel that we all need to do together. So you got to realize I work 9 to 5, and then I rush over here and do this stuff, guys. Thank you. So the other thing that we are working on that we're so excited with our collaboration with the school district is our student art walk, which is a zest for art is our title. So we are still, yes, kind of make that good flow. So we're still working on those collaborations. Right now, I know we got emails from some people. I do need volunteers to help mount artwork onto backdrops. And that will be done at Mount Vernon Elementary School on Mount Vernon, almost all the way to the east. And that will be, you can come anytime between 8:45 and 1:45. And it's room R2. See, I'm trying to go off my memory here. Room R2, you will need to go into the office ahead of time. It'll be Monday and Wednesday next week. So Monday and Wednesday. I don't care if you have 30 minutes. Go in there and help. It really makes a difference. It's very hard for me. I'll run in on my lunch, but then I'll be running out again. So this is where I especially lean into people who are retired. Sorry, guys, but I do need you. It's a big deal, and it helps out. And we are very happy to say we have 6 businesses who are going to be lending space for us, everywhere from the bistro. The bistro will have art and sculpture work over there, and then we'll be coming down the street and have a few others. And I'm waiting for confirmation on some other things, but we will have over 150 pieces of art from students from the Lemon Grove School District. So we're excited for that. And again, that's going to be Mother's Day weekend. So what are we trying to do? We're trying to activate our Broadway corridor so that we make sure that we have everybody coming. Schools, those are families. Families come to see children's artwork. That'll reintroduce them to the businesses that we have here on Broadway. And it's Mother's Day weekend, so you're going to go out and eat. So we're hoping that that just helps everything come together. I have some really cool things that'll go along with that, including the businesses who are participating will get stickers. So when people go in, they'll be able to collect stickers that have little artwork and stuff. For anybody here, I have a limited amount of shirts. And I'm going to show you them. This is just one design. If you plan on being out that weekend, and we're doing these just for cost, just $5, and like I said, I have a few different designs. If you're going to be out that weekend, and I have a few other sizes, so if you're looking at this going, Chelsea, that's not going to fit me. I do have other sizes. That way you're just kind of representing what we're trying to show off here. We are adding that, hey, we want you to know that we are doing this art walk. And the fun thing about that is it's going to also lend into some of the schools that aren't participating. So ECEC will actually be doing an art evening 2 days after our art weekend, because these are our preschoolers and our TK. So we're going to see that art keep flowing for becoming an art district if that's the direction we want to go, but we're bringing it in. And along with those arts is not just painting, right? It's also music and talent and things like that. So it's a good time to remind people that a week from this Friday, no, it is this Friday. So it is the 17th. So it is in 2 days. Here in this space will be a fundraiser that benefits the Lemon Grove Arts Collective. And Leslie is one of our singers. If you have not heard her, I think you'd be surprised. So we're bringing in music on a regular basis. If you were here last Friday in this space, we had Renee Menifee who performed, and let me tell you, I was just impressed. Yeah, we actually had Seth step outside because we were at our occupancy. So yeah, that was awesome to see. There's also free comedy that happens in this space on a monthly basis. It's the last Friday, fourth Friday of the month. So this space is here to help activate everything else. I mean, Anne's done an amazing job offering this. So, we've done the fashion shows. We've done, everything. Chess club on a weekly basis. There's a lot of stuff going on here. So please remember this is an important space, and we're activating it, and we're bringing arts and culture to you guys in different ways. Joe, from school district side, do you have anything that you want to add?
There will be yummy refreshments provided by the school district and family and community engagement department. And some of our principals will be making a presentation about their updates for community schools, how they're spending funds, and some highlights from each of the 5 community schools. Yeah,
so what have we got going on? We've got our school, which is a huge part of our community. We've got our civic engagement. We have our city council and people here, and we have the community. So bringing all these things together is what improves a community. It can't be done by one group or the other. It really has to be all of us. So thank you all for coming in and participating in this. It's bigger than you think. We'll also have some really cool designs when we do the art walk. That I will be using here, and then I will be donating to ECEC so that we can keep that going and have some cohesiveness. So that'll be really fun as well. We got the business group updates. Oh, yes. Sorry. Thank you. On Mother's Day weekend, we will also be doing Bites on Broadway all weekend. So it'll be our Bites on Broadway Art Edition, and it'll be all weekend. So if you are new here, Bites on Broadway is one of the ways that we as a community try to support our local businesses in our downtown village area by going out and have something to eat right here at home. So you were probably thinking like, I'm going to go out to breakfast. Well, come do it here. I'm going to go grab lunch. I'm going to go grab wine. Do it here. We've got the businesses. We've got the places. Just support local so that we can see our tax dollars come back and fix up our community. It's the number one way that we raise money for this community is your tax dollars. So don't give it away to somebody else. Keep it here at home. It makes a big difference, especially to our mom and pop stores. That's really big. Trying to think if there's anybody else. I'd like you to address the AI. Are you okay talking about that? Okay.
Chelsea's voluntolding folks today. All right. The school district is offering an AI literacy workshop April 23rd at Palm. RSVP on the district website. We're bringing in a known AI specialist from around the area and working out of Sacramento. He's just going to be connecting with families about AI, the importance of AI, or just discussions on if you are on the opposite side of AI, but also giving families information on how AI can support them in the intervention or support of their students academically. It was an ask from families and a director from the board, so we're just bringing the space just to offer that. Laptops will be provided, so if you want to come and be a part of that AI discussion at Palm 8425 Broadway on April 23rd, breakfast at 8:30, workshop begins promptly at 9.
And if you need more information on that, it is on Lemon Grove Happening, so you can pull it off of there. I believe it or not, I think we can like wrap. Oh yes, and we did talk about Yifty last time. So one of the things that we have here in Lemon Grove is the Yifty card program, and you can just literally Google Yifty Lemon Grove. But it's a really great card. As a matter of fact, your cookies today were part of using a Yifty card. So the way and Jay loves Yifty too. The way Yifty works is you buy a card for $100, you get $150 worth of merchandise purchasing power from your card. And so you could buy $100. Oh, and see, she's got her Yifty up. It's really great. It can go right onto your phone, and you can tap and pay at these places. Yifty, Yiftee. Yifty. One of the other nice things about it is that the cap of having only one card was lifted recently. So you can go ahead and order multiple cards. You can order a card as a gift. There's just a lot more flexibility now where you only used to be able to get one card, and then it was done to try to open that up to other people. The Measure T funding opened up a little more funding for that, so it's out there. Please use it. It's important. So want to make sure you guys do that. I am going to ask real quick, who in this room, other than the people who just got their jars from the bistro, who in this room has not been to the Lemon Grove Bistro? Oh man, you guys made me really happy. I'm going to give you, to see so many people are utilizing the Lemon Grove Bistro, make sure that you try that. So that's their fig jam. I'm wearing a Lemon Grove Bistro shirt tonight. They've been so gracious. That was one of our first community Busy Bee projects that we went out and did, and they had provided the shirt for me, so thank you to them. They're signing up for Yifty, and they are just changing their menu because they do rotate their menu. So just so you guys know, if you ate there and you thought, well, I've had their stuff, the menu changes, so go back again. I'm going to do 2 last numbers to call. Where's my raffle caller? Yeah, you can have a jam. No. That's why I'm asking. Okay.
All right.
Nine, 5, 7, 0, 0, 6.
Open it here, Jay, because they are. Yes.
9, 5, 7, 0, 1, 5. Oh, again. I mixed them all together.
Oh, you mixed them all together.
Oh, yeah. 9, 5, 7, 0, 1, 2.
Is that you?
Do we have it? 0, 1, 2?
0, 1, 2?
That must be me.
Is it him?
Okay.
You're 1, 2? Oh. 0, 1, 2?
Going once, going twice.
Must be present to win.
You're not supposed to lift.
9, 5, 7, 0, 1, 7.
see what I have. Okay, we're going to pull another number then. We've got 3 more jobs.
957026.
All right, going to the next number.
957031. This is weird. 957010.
And the last 2 will just get jams. The last 2 will be jams.
957024. This is weird. Well, there's some people lost theirs and then they gave a new one too. So 957002. 957008.
Okay, guys. Yes, now you may put it back. Thank you all for participating, and it's really just you make the community better because you participated in the community. So it's 7:28. We did all of our business. We're happy to wrap up, and we will be in this space if anybody has questions and want to come up and speak. The next meeting. Oh yeah. The next meeting is May 20th, and our speaker next month is a data analytic person. So a data analyst comes in and tells us how we take the information to turn around and present it to the city in a format that government likes to see. So don't go to their workshop, come to ours. And then the one after that will be June 17th. So thank you all.
There are in the back table, I know we usually have done in the past like a round table share out of current events or activities that your groups are doing within Lemon Grove. But to simplify that and be mindful of everyone's time, there's event slips on the back, not to be confused with the comment cards. But if you want to fill out an event slip, I'll go ahead and put it in the follow-up email for this meeting with the notes. If you want to buy a shirt, come see Chelsea. All right, thank you guys. Thank you for coming. Again, pat yourself on the back. You guys are doing such great work. Thank you.